I'd like to.
Yes, Stuart, I have a question.
Look,
Um, in meditation, um, I can stay centered mostly, or sometimes it depends, uh, and I feel grounded and connected to a higher source of energy. Uh, However, in daily life, uh, it's different. I am mostly in my head, and I feel afraid and worried. Can you speak about that,
well,
please?
I probably talk about this in just about every meditation class,
Yes.
because what you just asked is a universal condition, Luke. There isn't anybody on this planet who doesn't have the same inner fears, inner insecurities, doesn't spend their time in their head. And the only answer I have is that's not anything but a reminder about the work that you have to do when you sit and meditate. It's teaching you that you haven't arrived yet. It's telling you that you got to go deeper, you got to open more, you have to get more grounded inside so that you can bring that grounding from the meditation class into your life. The meditation class is like going to the gym. You work out, but you don't leave your muscles in the gym. You take them with you into your daily life. And it's the same thing with this. You have to build a system that enables you to eventually keep your mind quiet, no matter what you do during the day, no matter what goes on, in the internal world, the external world. You have built that kind of system in yourself, that enables you to stay calm and quiet and centered and function consciously, no matter what kind of craziness goes on in the world, both inside us and outside us. So all the experiences outside of meditation are telling you that you've got work to do on yourself. You haven't arrived yet, which is all right, because frankly, Luke, nobody arrives.
Mm.
God arrives. The rest of us are constantly evolving, growing, learning, and life is the teacher. You haven't arrived yet. Keep working on yourself. And as you continue to work on yourself, the consciousness expands, the capacity expands, the chakra system gets stronger, the balance in you gets stronger, the mind gets quiet. But it takes time, and life is the best reminder that we haven't arrived yet. And stop walking around with this silly notion that we're supposed to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's got something wrong with them, from the greatest saint to I don't know, the clochard on the street. I mean, everyone has something wrong with them, and there's nothing wrong with that, because that is the best reminder. And if a person listens to that and does the inner work, the mind gets quiet, everything gets better inside. And then you can bring that into your daily life without ever having some kind of idea in your brain that you got to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. We're all a bunch of imperfect, characters that are struggling to make it through life. This meditation is an amazing exercise that enables us to use imperfection in a way where it gets us closer to God. I hope that's clear, because I don't know how to make it clearer.
Yes, it's clear. I would say I'm very motivated for experiencing change on that level. But because of the yeah,
You
I,
know, look,
I
I've
see
been
it all
doing
the
this.
time. It's in my face, you know.
I've been doing this a lot longer than you have, Luke, and I come up against the same problems. I do. Maybe not quite as intense because I built a system that can deal with them. But
Mhm.
I come up against those imperfections, those problems, but they don't make me crazy. Okay, this is what I got to work on. I don't have to be perfect. God
Yes.
is perfect. The rest of us are a bunch of baboons inhabiting the earth, learning how to get closer to perfection. And
Yes.
that's what a spiritual life is all about, learning how to get closer to perfection and being able to bow to spirit, bow to higher energy, bow to perfection, and never assume that we can step into that costume of perfection and live that way, but always growing because of our imperfections. It's part of the soup. It's a bouillabaisse, and it's one of the ingredients, imperfection. We need to have it. Without it, we'd be a bunch of cows grazing in the pasture. We never do anything about ourselves.
I do understand, but sometimes I get hopeless.
No, come on, Luke. You're a different person than first came to this class. You really are. I see it. Your eyes are clearer. There's less frowning in your forehead. It takes a step at a time, a step at a time. It's not something that happens. You walk in a room and turn on a light and suddenly you're enlightened. Step at a time.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a great Japanese expression. Okay, I love it. Climb Mount Fuji, oh snail, but slowly, slowly. You know, we're a bunch of snails climbing Mount Fuji, and we got to take it a step at it. And one day we reach the top. We become enlightened beings, and we become one with higher energy in the universe.
So I just have to
Have patience.
trust the process.
Trust and have patience.
Okay.
And remember what you were like 6 months ago, a year ago. It's a very good inspiration to remember what one was like 5 years ago, 3 years ago, and the
Yeah.
amount of growth that has taken place in your life.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question? And all this meditation is, I keep saying it over and over, it's a craft. We're not doing religion here. I'm not teaching theology here. I'm teaching a craft that enables a person to experience the deepest parts of their inner self and find their own unique path to God. That's all this is. This is not a class in theology here. It's not a class in understanding the gods and demigods and cosmic manifestations. It's a class in developing one's chakra system so that step by step, like the snail on Mount Fuji, we get closer to enlightenment. And then whatever your religion is, your background, your this, your that, it's your life, it's your karma. It has to be respected, it has to be loved. And, you have to be grateful for it, whatever it is. Your race, your religion, the country you live in. I'm not here to change people that way. I'm here to change people, to help people change inside themselves so that they stop acting as a force that keeps them from getting to God.
Thank you.
I mean, the only person, I say it all, we're up against is ourselves. It's the only person. on the entire planet that every human being is up against. And here's a craft that you can learn to master the chaos inside oneself. So I have an appointment, I have to go. So God bless you all. And thank you. And there won't be a class Sunday, but there will be a class Tuesday, having a retreat this weekend. So thank you and God bless you all. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on Tuesday.
Thank you very much, Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you.
You're welcome.